we would like to present together again for the first time this year. The all Mott, all 12 East, all nursing almost, astonishing, mind-blowing, and truly miraculous Shockettes.
Oh my God!
You move too fast. You gotta make retirement last. You're flying out the doors of Mott.
Oh my God!
Looking for life and feeling groovy. Dreaming of Punta Gorda, feeling groovy. So long, Jaco. Goodbye meetings. 38 years, sure is fleeting. Guess you got no poke plans for me. And inhaling, hiking daily. Partying up north and feeling groovy. No emails to write, no code pinks to track. So true that the small things have a big impact, like milk crushers and cutters, all fade from the scene. Cathy, we love you. You're so groovy. 5 minutes, all is groovy. Loving the kids and nurses, all is groovy. Permanent charge with Spicer. Trips with Mary, all is groovy. Cathy, come back to the Shockettes. We'll be groovy.
Cathy started her career in February of 1987, and I like to add that I was only 2 years old. Started on 6 North, which was an adolescent unit, and then in 1988 moved to 7 East, which was the infant unit, which then now became 12 East. She has evolved from a staff nurse to a charge nurse to eventually our nursing supervisor in 2011. Cathy has always believed in easing our patients' pain and suffering and was a founding champion of the Mott Hope Plan. And we actually have a picture of her at the conference that she was at for that, where you presented your work, right? Because we have a picture with you with the Pope dog.
I didn't see it. Yeah, Julie.
A tool that was utilized to ease the patient's pain and suffering and experience during needle sticks. Over the years, Cathy has made countless friendships, and we have shared many laughs, tears, and even a martini or two together. Her belief in the significance of the bedside nurse's role and her support for us is something that I have long admired about your leadership. Because of this, under her leadership, we have all grown, prospered, and risen to countless challenges that have made us better nurses and teammates together. Many of us have even started our careers under your leadership, and we have such a robust pride and love for what we do because of you. As a nursing supervisor, Cathy was always present, approachable, poised, and knew just what to do. Her bright smile, and high energy and soft nature made us all at ease when she was here. And that's something that we truly just love you for. I always counted on Cathy to have her door open, and when I needed one of our chats, I knew I could always come into your office feeling better than when I walked in. The role of a nursing leader is a challenging job, but is so vital to the success of the unit. While the success of 12 East as a whole and our patient outcomes lie in each of our hands, our nursing leadership team is a very large component for our continued and long-lasting success. It has been an honor to have you as a mentor and most of all a friend for the last 17 years. You leave enormous shoes to fill, but while you won't physically be present with us on the unit anymore, your lessons will live on in all of us. You are a fantastic person, and I hope you have a fantastic retirement. And thank you all for all you've done and all the lives that you've touched. We'll miss you more than you'll ever know.
Because we don't work here, because you're not a supervisor here anymore, but you kill her legs.
Okay, my sweet Priscilla.
No pressure.
I can't wait to see you on the phone.
Okay, before I start this poem, which I'm I'm not gonna recite very well because I can barely talk. I just wanted to point out all of the paper cranes. So thinking about Cathy's long and beautiful career, I wanted some way to show people how much it was. So I made a paper crane for every year of service.
Oh my
God. And like some years of nursing, some are a little rougher than others. And some look nicer, but I think they are yours to take home, which I will collect later. But I just thought it was a great way to embody your spirit and just to see all what you've accomplished. Okay, I'm gonna put my big girl pants on. Retirement reflections. Where to begin when we reach the end. Reflecting fondly on a cherished friend. Cathy, it's you we've come to revere. Let us celebrate your remarkable career. She's a lady who's worn a plethora of hats, renowned for her laugh and her heartfelt chats. From staff nurse to charge nurse to supervisor, to being champion, mentor, and poke plan advisor. Never a dull moment for our sweet Buzzy Bee, often found on a wild cleaning spree. She's been there for us all in one way or another. I guess you could say she's the unit's own mother. A lifetime of service to the nursing profession. Now it's time for a jubilant procession. Cathy, a few more steps and you're out the door. Time to relax, regroup, and a world to explore. We'll always be here for you, ready and waiting, with open hearts and memories never fading.
Aww. Oh my gosh. This is like, that is amazing.
Thank you. So we worked together in those early years on 5 West, and then on many pain management initiatives. I moved around to start new programs in the PACU and radiology, etc. And then on to project management with patient-family centered care. And Cathy remained in her unit, moving to supervisor role and going up the ranks as you just shared so wonderfully. While we weren't always side by side, we were always close in mind and heart. As we started the poke and procedure plan, partnered to make Mott a better place and grow. We learned a lot together, and Cathy's dedication and presence and enthusiasm has always been a huge part of that. She fostered the spirit that you all talked about of positivity and belief, and provided encouragement to patients, families, and staff. She touched so many lives, and in the process, I've watched her grow. And personally and professionally, she's mentored so many of us. I'm even older than you. I mean, it's like, anyone you meet, you're just that way. She's inspired us to work hard, to lean on one another for support, and to know that our presence is so important to help that human environment. Thank you. Wishing you joy.
Aww.
You all have been such an incredible team that has been a vital part of my life. To all of you, my colleagues, you are truly the heart and soul of this unit, this hospital. Every day you bring not only your knowledge and your skills, but also your compassion, resilience, and unwavering dedication to the support to our patients and families. As many of you know, or have heard me say, I love being a nurse. I love the opportunities we get to have with the people to ease their suffering. The art of nursing is not just about caring the care we provide, but it's the connections we make with our patients and families and each other. Each of you, in your own way, has shown me the beauty of this art time and time again. And you know that about yourself. I love that about you. Every day, I get to walk out in these halls, not anymore, but see, like, you guys just do amazing stuff. And it just made me a better person. So I ad-libbed. David, I ad-libbed. Dave was sweet. Okay, I watched many of you make an important connection by holding a hand or playing or dancing with your patient or sitting and talking with a worried parent. Doesn't matter how big or small, those special, intimate moments remind us of why we chose this path. You remind me daily that nursing is not just a job, it's a calling. It's a commitment to being the light in someone else's journey. So each of you, I want to say thank you for letting me into your lives and watching you shine and help me become that better person. To my leadership team, Corey, Becky, Stephanie, Sue, Devin, Priscilla, and now Laura and Jonathan. Thank you for being such a remarkable group of wisdom, passion, and selflessness. Your ability to navigate all the challenges, continually supporting and growing a culture of joy and appreciation. I should not look up. For everyone's individuality, while inspiring excellence has been a gift. It's not always easy to lead, especially with the multiple never-ending changes in healthcare, where the stakes are so high. But you all do it with grace and integrity. To Grace, saw something in me to let me become your supervisor is amazing. I don't know what you saw, but you gave me the chance, and I really, really appreciate that. It's helped me grow. I had really great people in my life that just got me to this spot.
She literally says that all the time.
And then to Corey, my friend, my mentor, my boss. Thank you for believing me even on the days when I struggled and doubted myself. You have taught me to lead with patience, to listen more deeply, and to see challenges as opportunities for growth. I didn't always like those. You've been a source of constant wisdom and support for me. And I've become a better nurse, supervisor, and person because of you. I really appreciate all the long talks we've had. Every day you had to tolerate me popping into this office. I just need to talk for a little bit. Sit on a chair and put a leg up and say, okay. And I'd have notes all over. I've got to tell Corey this, got to talk to Corey about this. That he dealt with it really beautifully, and I appreciate all of it. I will miss you so much. You have no idea.
I do.
But this is not an end. To my lovely girls, Hannah and Haley. Sorry, I'm shaking like a crazy woman. My dear sweet gloves, you both have been a constant source, a show of support and silliness and hope through my years as a nurse. As Corey said, like being a nurse but it hasn't always been easy. There have been long shifts, sleepless nights because I called the charge 20 times a night. And times when work followed me home, and you guys had to bear that. Your encouragement gave me the strength to keep going, even on the hardest days. You showed me grace. And grace. And you never hesitated to remind me that what I was doing mattered. Your pride in me was endless, and I could not have done this without you.
No.
So for my next chapter, I will carry on my lessons I've learned from each of you. The moments of silliness, laughter, and the shared struggles, and the many triumphs that have shaped my journey. You have been my extended family in every sense, and I will miss you all dearly. Keep doing your best to bring hope, healing, and humanity to those who need it the most, and I thank you all.
As most of you know, I'm a man of few words. With that said, I could talk about Cathy all day long.
There we go.
First off, I want to thank her family, her two daughters, Hannah and Haley,
Oh.
and then her sisters, Val and Tony, for not only coming with Cathy today, but sharing this with her for the last 38 years.
Oh.
As nurses, especially when in leadership, sometimes your family comes first, sometimes your job comes first. So thank you for sharing her with us and understanding, where priorities lies. Speaking of her two daughters, I had the opportunity to go to her 60th birthday party. They made a video of her, which is something I don't think I've ever seen. Something.
It wasn't bad.
You know how good of a mom Cathy is, and we see that same dedication and passion that she obviously exhibits as a parent. I think we've all seen that same passion, dedication through Cathy in her role as now a supervisor, a bedside nurse, and a permanent charge nurse. Like I said, I don't think that video could have honored her anymore as a mom, and hopefully what we have today will honor you just as much as our colleague and the nurse you are now, or are. So, after 38 years of nursing excellence, Cathy's moving on to the next phase of her life. She started in 1987. I think I was 13 years old. Which would have put me in 8th grade.
You gotta do this, Joe.
There you go. According to my source of truth, Google, gas was 90 cents per gallon. Beverly Hills Cop and Platoon were 2 of the more popular movies. And the stock market crashed, which hopefully is not a premonition for your retirement. But in all seriousness, Cathy, well, first off, I don't usually read from paper, but I want to make sure I said everything I have to say and not miss anything, and if I look at her less, maybe I'll cry less. In all seriousness, Cathy exudes passion, dedication for 12 East, the staff of 12 East, and the nursing profession itself. Her passion and dedication was evident the first day I met her. Little did Cathy know, and probably anybody else, prior to coming to 12 East for the C&D position, when I applied for it, having already worked here, I had the ability to network and dig up information on people and so I have an idea of knowing what I'm walking into. So I researched not only the unit but Cathy as well. Having been a supervisor myself for the previous 9 years, I understood the importance of that role, but equally understood the importance of the relationship between the supervisor and the director. Cathy, as you know, you're a big reason why I accepted this job.
Aww.
Or why I pursued and accepted it. Plus, how can I forget the 2.5-hour interview that you and Becky did?
Yay!
High standards, Corey. High standards.
There you go. Glad I passed. So one of Cathy's many strengths is coaching and mentoring, and that didn't end only with our staff. Cathy's probably the single greatest mentor I have had in my professional career. I hope you've learned half as much from me as I've learned from you.
Kathy might have to take over and read
There you
it.
go. As everyone knows, Cathy and I have what some might say are drastically different personalities. But more importantly, we have a similar, if not the same, philosophy when it comes to leading and how to lead. She leads with grace, honesty, and integrity. She probably has the strongest moral compass that I've come across in my professional life. As most of you know, I'm an introvert, and it's not always easy to get to know me. With that said, it did not take long for Cathy and I to establish a trusting connection that only continued to grow over the last 9.5 years, and I hope it continues to grow for the next 9.5 years. I've been asked countless times, since she announced her retirement, what will I miss most about working with Cathy? The answer is simple: her.
Aww.
It's not about the job and how good she was at it and how well we worked together. I'm going to miss our countless thoughtful conversations. Leading together in our shared philosophy, which is the foundation of our relationship. Yeah, she would lift me up when I needed it. I would lift her up when she needed it. We made most of every decision together. That is what I will miss. I have cherished every moment we have worked together. It's a unique relationship, because we have both worked at the bedside as nurses. We have both been permanent charge nurses, and we have both been supervisors. So we have the ability to not only know what our staff is experiencing, but just as importantly, we know what each other are going through and the struggles that we may have. Cathy, I've learned so much from you. I hope you always felt as my equal in our relationship. That was my intention. I hope you felt listened in her. That was my intention. And I hope you felt your voice was just that, our voice. I'm a better nurse and person for having known and worked with you for the last 9.5 years.
Aww.
So as my gift to you, to honor you, to honor your commitment to 12 East, to nursing, specifically nursing on 12 East. I will donate. I will donate X amount of dollars, to the unit. And again, in honor of you every year. The unit will figure out how that gets used, but it'll be used, towards the staff in some capacity. Upon my retirement, I will double the donation, to honor our relationship and to honor the work that we have done together. So, thank you. Enjoy.
Aww.